Okay, so I had to switch off my live feed and make another video after I found it. As soon as I stopped my live feed, I could go through my videos a lot quicker. So I found the video. It's called A Lot of Wind. Let me just check this out. Yeah, A Lot of Wind. It's about three weeks ago on my videos section on my channel. It starts at about 16 minutes 30 seconds. The whole video is about 28 minutes long. The actual breathing exercise starts at 16 minutes 30, but you might want to watch a few minutes before that when I talk about it and how I build up to it. So I get to 16 minutes 30, then you see me holding my breath for virtually 4 minutes. It's 3 minutes 57 seconds or something. It's virtually 4 minutes. So that's the video, what it is, and so yeah, just so you haven't got to keep searching for all my videos to find it, that's where it is. So I'm going to leave this running for a bit, so people can catch up, and we can have a little talk about it, because it is a real thing. It's not just my imagination. I've got it on video. It was hard work. It was like intense. I just tried to do it again a couple of times, and I couldn't even get past a minute and a half. I couldn't even get to 1.5 minutes. But a few weeks ago, I done 4 minutes. So I don't know why these things work so differently from time to time. So what I've not noticed in the subsequent weeks, let me just check when that video was. Oh, look, March the 19th. What are we in now? April 25th or something. So it was about 5 weeks ago. March, April, yeah. So it was about 5 weeks ago. Anyway, Mind Rape Art. If you just watch this video, this video will tell you where to look, so you haven't got to search for all my videos. The video I got this on, one of the videos I got this from was Russell Brand's videos. I don't much like Russell Brand, but I do think he makes quite interesting videos. And he has some good interviewees on there. So he done a video with Wim Hof, and he talks about it there. Wim Hof goes in it. Over the years, over the last 5 or 6 years, I've gradually seen a few more Wim Hof videos. I watched a few Wim Hof videos, and I've noticed he gradually releases more information as he goes on. So yeah, you can go. You can watch that video. If anyone's paying attention, watch that video and then come back to me. I'm going to let this video go on for a bit, so that people can come back and comment and stuff if they can be bothered. so we can have a little talk about it and stuff. Just so you can see that I actually did do 4 minutes without breathing, with my lungs empty, and it was a mammoth thing. And I was more surprised probably than anyone. I don't know how I managed to do it. It was quite amazing. I drank some wine, I smoked a cigarette, and then I just went ahead and done it. And it was like, well, hardcore. As I say, I can't even do it now. I can't get anywhere near that at the moment. It's just like, I don't know how I managed to go 4 minutes. I'm bloody surprised, and I'm annoyed that I can't do it again, or I can't even do 2 minutes, I expect if I kept trying, I could probably, get up to 2.5 minutes if I'd done 2 more attempts. You improve gradually. Wim Hof. Interesting thing about Wim Hof, he was saying a few years ago that you could, in 4 days, he can get people up to his level. Now he's got it down to 2 days. So you can get up to Wim Hof level in just 2 days if you do the right stuff. Your body can really adapt. It's amazing how your body can adapt. Okay, I'm just going to have a little chill out now and make another cigarette, I suppose. Oh. You. Yeah, I'm droning on a bit here. Okay, so what have I got to talk about? Okay, so I'm going to talk about the Dan Pena. The things I've found interesting in what Dan Pena has to say, right? He's a $50 billion man. He has this setup called the Dream Team. So I've been talking in my last video about resistance, and so this seems to me like a big part of this is the main reason why I haven't been making proper progress. My videos have floundered. I'm not really making progress. How do I change that? I have to deal with this thing called resistance, this universal resistance. So Dan Pena's like one of his well, his motto when it comes to doing the work is just fucking do it. You know, don't mess around. Don't act like a pussy, you know, or a little bitch. Just fucking do it. You know, this is what. So I've been looking at the work. I've been thinking about the work. I've been trying to do it and put it into practice and stuff. I've just recently watched this real London Real video with Dan Pena, and it's come to my attention that I just have to fucking do it. You know, there's no excuses. You know, there's just no excuses. You can't have excuses. All this talking, what I'm doing now, is just bollocks. I'm just full of shit. You know, it's so. You know, I see people like this, they're like 25, 26 years older than me. And, you know, they've made something of their lives. I've been languishing. And it's not acceptable. It's like I've made a fool of myself. I'm not doing the work properly. So I'm taking a leaf out of this guy's book. It's like, that's what I have to do. I've got to do the work. You know, I've got to stop fucking around. Just fucking do it, you know. This resistance, it's like it won't go away unless you fucking put it to rest. And that means being a real hard ass. You know, it means being really fucking strong-minded and like not putting up with any shit. And just not putting up with your own shit, especially. Don't put up with it. I mean, can you do it on your own? Can you do it without a mentor? One of the things he gives us a list of stuff, right? And one of the last thing on the list is you need a mentor. Now, if I'm going to do the work properly, I'm going to have to become your mentor. But in order to do that, then I've got to have like someone as my mentor. Who's going to be my mentor? I've got to make one up. I've either got to be my own mentor, or I've got to have someone like Dan Pena as a mentor. How do I get Dan Pena as a mentor? He's the $50 billion man. He's worth more than $50 billion. You know, he's worth much more than that. But, you know, how do I get him as a mentor? Do I need a mentor? The whole point of doing the work is that you can't find mentors, so you've got to do it yourself. So how do I do that? I've got to fucking like fuck everything off. Get rid of any friends that are like are no good to me and just wasting my time. Rely on myself. Do the fucking work. We lift weights twice a day. That's where I got the idea from, lifting weights twice a day. Dan Pena, he's just come up with this idea of doing going to the gym twice a day. So I've decided to do that. You know, lift weights twice a day, no matter what. That's where I'm going to start. Lift weights twice a day. You know, and just I'll gradually build up the weights. Expect the resistance, you know, expect the resistance and just tread on it. Don't take any shit. Just fucking do it. That's what I have to do, is just fucking do it. It's straightforward. Also, he talks about having a people with lower IQs have got more chance of making progress and making good deals and sorting the world out, because they're not analyzing stuff. I realize now, doing the work, you know, I analyze too much stuff. There's too much information. I made too many videos. You know, I just get caught up listening to the sound of my own voice and thinking that I sound great when actually I'm just full of shit. Yeah, the proof that I'm full of shit is that I haven't made any real progress yet. So that's why people like this guy Dan Pena, the $50 billion man, he's like stuck in my mind, and he's like, I realise I've got no excuses. I'm just a fucking arsehole. I'm a cunt. I'm a piece of shit. And I have to, the only way I can get out of it and fulfill my dreams is to fucking do the fucking work. Just fucking do it. You know? So yeah, I'm doing like the weights twice a day now. I'm feeling more like full of it. I'm that's whose videos I'm watching, you know, Dan Pina's videos. Also, this is an interesting thing. I already decided I'm not going to try hard. You know, I'm not going to make a huge effort because it doesn't work. But the least I can do is do weights twice a day. I've already done them on the video. I'm not going to do it again, but it's just basically lifting up some easy weights, just a few times, do a few like, you know, motions and that. As long as I do it twice a day, and I get to the point where my muscles start to get a bit like tired, and then put it down so I can recover easily enough. That's boosting my testosterone. It's building up my muscles just a little bit. But if I do it every day, it's going to have a long-term, you know, effect that I can always add to it. The easier it gets, I can always do more things. I can add more stuff. I can just fucking do it. There's no excuses to not do weights twice a day. You know, so I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th day now. I'm going to get resistance. Undoubtedly, I'm going to get resistance. I need to do this for at least 3 weeks every day to sort of like make it become a habit. This needs to be a habit. So I do it for like several years. Every day, I've got to do weights every day for like it should be like ideally indefinitely. You know, only have a day off on holidays and stuff. Maybe on Christmas. Even then, there's no reason I should go. He's gone 25 years doing like working every single day, like hours and hours every day, like 10 and 12 hours a day working. So I can do weights twice a day. That's easy, isn't it? Anyone can do it. So there's no excuses. Just fucking do it. That's the idea. I love it. I love watching his videos. He swears like really a lot as well. Fucking hell. 600-pound deadlift. You're kidding me. That is fucking hardcore. What is a deadlift? Are you talking about lifting it above your head? Or just like up to your up to your waist? 600 pounds like above your head. That seems like fucking Olympic stuff, you know. I know the Olympics they do like 300 kilos. Yeah, man. So just up to your waist, then just lifting it off the ground. Right? Okay, I understand. Yeah, 600 pounds. That's a lot, though. That's fucking good. Good for you. What do you do now? I mean, you've done it for 7 years. Do you still keep up with it? You know, what can you lift above your head? I'm about 35 kilos. I think I can do about 35 kilos above my head. I've got puny little arms, you know. That's that about 35 kilos is about 80 pounds, you know. That's about as much as I can do at the moment. I just see what I can do at the moment. Let me just put some more weights on here, right? This is not going to be much fun for me. But I haven't got much else to do, so you know.
What we got here then? 20, 30, 35 kilos, 36, 37 kilos. So we're talking about 80 pounds, I suppose. Oh, fucking hell. This seems hard. God dear. That's all right. Ah, dear, yeah. I wouldn't want to do much more than that, really. How much have I done before? Let me just think. Let me put the other ones on and see if I can do that. And that wasn't too bad. So let me just think how much this is going to weigh. Stupid amount of weight. I mean, I know technically I can lift a lot more than that. You know, women can lift cars up to save their babies. It's like, I know I can lift more weight than this above my head easily, but it's like getting in the right frame of mind, getting your body sort of like geared up to understand that it can easily do this, because you can strain muscles doing this kind of thing. I've never done this sort of weight before. I'm just trying to work out, I think it must be about 50 kilos, so about 112 pounds. With the bars, probably 115 pounds. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, you ain't gonna stay healthy doing paintings, are you? You've got to lift some weights. Okay, what we've got here now? 20. So 13. There's 6.5 kilo weights, 2 of them. There's 4 of them. So what's that? 26 plus 20 is 46 kilos. Plus the bar is maybe 2 kilos or 4 kilos. It's either 48 or 50 kilos. So it's talking about just over 100 pounds, 110 pounds, something like that. It should be easy, really. Oh, fuck. Oh, fucking hell. No, I can't quite do that. But it's good for me to try, because it's got my muscles all pumped up properly now. I might give it another go in a few minutes. But you can see I'm not that strong, really. Let me just think. That's not even my own body weight. I think I weigh more than that. You know, everyone should be able to lift their own body weight above their head, as far as I understand. So lifting 50 kilos for me should be straightforward, but you know, I'm really struggling with it. I've got good neighbours. You know, I used to have some shitty neighbours below me, right? Since I've lived in this flat, I had pretty terrible neighbours. But the neighbours have just moved in a few months ago. They seem to be okay, you know, so I ain't got to worry about it. And I'm not banging it on the floor. It's like, it's no big deal. Okay, I'm going to have a few minutes to recover, and I'm going to have another go at that, because I should be able to do that. Or at least it's worth trying, you know. If I can't do it, well, I'll just take the weights off and do it again, you know, and I'll gradually build up to it, you know.
You know, I've seen the Olympic guys, they do 300, 400 kilos, you know, don't they? So above their head. So I know that's possible. And I've seen like women do fucking 300 kilos. If little women can do it, then fucking, I should be able to do at least 100 kilos, shouldn't I? Although I haven't checked it out. I'm not going to try looking at videos at the moment because it's like, it'll ruin my video at what I'm making now. Right. Maybe what I need is some ouzo. I got a bottle of ouzo this morning at the supermarket because I didn't want to drink beer, but I ended up buying beer anyway. It's one of the things about this resistance I need to sort of knock on the head. It's like controlling my instincts to buy alcohol. Just fucking do it. Okay. I'll give it a couple more tries. So I'll just give it one more try now. See if I can do this 50 kilos. I can do this. I can fucking do it. Just fucking do it. It does feel heavy though. Oh, fuck. God. No, that ain't going today. There's no point trying to do that. It ain't going anywhere. Anyway, I don't know if you've been watching it from the beginning, you guys, but the video that yeah. I live in a town, you always get sirens from now and again. So the video where I'd done the 4 minutes breathing without breathing is a lot of wind. It's called A Lot of Wind. You can find it on my channel. It's about 5 weeks ago. Probably, you know, you ain't got to scroll down very far. If you just go onto my channel, click on videos and scroll down to about 5 weeks ago, there's a video. I think it's the 19th of March. It's called A Lot of Wind, and it's at 16 minutes. 16 and a half minutes is where my actual breathing stops, and it carries on until almost 20 and a half minutes, 20 minutes and 27 seconds, or something like that. So it's like 3 minutes, 57 seconds. It's nearly 4 minutes with no breathing. So you can go and watch that, and I'm just going to have a rest. I'm going to think about doing one more deadlift. I'll give you like 5 minutes to go and watch that video if you want to go and watch it now. That's it, 28 minutes on this video. Yeah, go and watch it now. Look for it. It'll take you a couple of minutes to find it. Come back at 36 minutes on this video, and I'll start talking again. And you know, I'm just going to make another cigarette and relax and chill out. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's similar to what I've been doing actually, basing big joints. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's no point doing these huge amounts of weights because it can put me off doing it again the next day because it's difficult to recover. But I can always go back to 20 kilos again and do it like tomorrow. I've already done 2 reps. This is my 3rd lot of weights today, so it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon. So you know, I'll be okay for tomorrow. I don't want to burn myself out and not be able to do it tomorrow. I'd rather do the 20 kilos and do like 12 reps. You know, at least twice a day. Until I've built up the strength to do more. But doing more than I can handle is nice now and again, just to sort of put my body under extra stress, you know, so that it's making my muscles burn, and you know, so next time I do it, you know, I'm just going to feel that little bit extra stronger, and it's going to be a little bit easier. I'm going to give it one more go. I'm not expecting to get anywhere, but I'm just going to give it another try in a couple of minutes. I mean, it would take me a couple of weeks to get to the, you know, a few weeks till I can lift 50 kilos like that above my head. It's going to take me a few weeks of practice, but I feel like I am making progress. I mean, just doing it, just doing even 10 kilos or 15 kilos, you know, just is like, it makes a difference. If you're not used to it, just a little bit of doing a few reps, you know, it makes a lot of difference. You know, do you actually do weights, Blazing in big joints? Did I miss anything? Meh. Yeah. I know. Yeah, really. I'm not really interested in breaking Olympic records, but I want to be able to lift my body weight above my head. You know, so I must weigh about 80 kilos, say. So I really should be able to lift 80 kilos above my head, but it's going to take practice because I'm not used to it. You know, I could already feel my muscles all like pumped up. You know, I can feel them pumped up, but I've done no preparation. I've not done any warm-ups. I've not taken the supplements. I've got loads of supplements out there that I should use to build body strength, give myself like extra nitrous oxide in my system so I can pump, you know, stronger. I've got loads of supplements, so I know I should be doing a lot better. I could do a lot better, but this is just like a kind of a practice video. It's not really a proper video for weightlifting, but I probably should do more stuff like this. It's only my third. I think it's on my third day of like. Was it my third day? It's my third or fourth day of doing weights. I think it might only be my third day of doing weights twice a day. I'm going to give this one more attempt now. Woo! I've done the other one, didn't I? Yeah, I've done the other one. I'm not going to be able to do this, but I'm going to give it another try. Oh, yeah, it just seems way too heavy. No, that ain't going anywhere. Yeah, there's no point doing myself an injury trying to push it up. I haven't done any injuries. My muscles don't feel too, you know, strained or anything. I've not torn any ligaments or anything. But that was good exercise to sort of like just push myself to the limits at the moment. That means tomorrow or the next day it'll be easier. You know, I'll be able to. I'll make more progress tomorrow. It's good to push yourself to the limits of what you can do. You know, what I found when I do these sort of exercises, I don't really want to drink the next day so much. You know, I don't want to smoke or drink so much. You know, so it has good effects. It has good long-term effects. And yeah, I fucking talk too much. It's no point. There's a difference between doing the work and knowing the work and doing the work. Knowing the path and walking the path, they're two different things. You know, I've done all this work, you know, or what I call work, you know, doing the work, all the videos that I made about doing the work. But it's not really making proper progress. It's all just talk. I'm just waffling and talking shit. And I've realised this looking at Dan Pena, the $50 billion man. You watch his videos. He's got his own channel, you know. Go and watch his videos, because he seems to really know what he's talking about. Not only talking, but shouting and screaming about. He knows what he's screaming about, you know. I don't mean that in a bad way. He's funny. He makes me laugh. You know, I'm really pleased that I've discovered him, you know. And I recommend other people. There's no point watching my videos if you're not going to watch Dan Pina's videos as well, you know. My videos are crap compared to his videos, you know. He's much more hardcore than I am. I'm kind of ashamed to admit it. He talks about how your fingers, you know, this finger needs to be longer than that finger, you know. But when I put my hands up like that, right, they basically look the same. If I put them together like that, you can't really tell which one's the same. I can slant them one way or the other and they look different. If I put them that way, then that finger does look bigger. But if I put them that way, then let me just think. Yeah, it does look slightly bigger. I am a bit of a testosterone, like what do you call it? An alpha male, but only slightly. If I do it the other way, this one looks bigger. That's the wrong one. You know, if I turn them that way though, that one looks bigger. It depends how I hold my hand. You know, which one's bigger? They look about the same. If you look about the same, that means I'm not an alpha male. But when I hold them like that, then it suddenly looks bigger. You know, it kind of how you hold your hand. You know, that's how when I first looked at it, that's how it come across. So my ring finger there, it's taller. That means I'm an alpha male. But if I hold in my hand differently, then that finger, well, no, it's about the same, isn't it? I think I'm almost an alpha male. Look, if I hold it like that, then it suddenly looks like a little bit taller. Yeah, that looks definitely taller. That means I'm an alpha male. That feels natural. Yeah, so I'm an alpha male. But I've got a little bit of a problem. I'm not an automatic alpha male. I've got to work at it, you know. And that's what I'm doing now, is the work. And it's like there's no fucking bullshit anymore. I've got to do it, you know. I've gone 5 years now since I started the work. If I can't fucking pull it off in the next few months, I'm basically a fucking loser. I'm an idiot. You know, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm a cunt. You know, so this is why I've got to do this. Like, at least I've got to do the weights twice a day. I've got to stick with it. There's no choice. It's not up for debate. It's not I'm going to have to do this. Well, you must have had a gap, because if you know, there's people I'm sure there's people in their 70s blazing big joints who are doing like who are still bench pressing like 150 kilos, and they're in their 70s. You know, you're full of shit. You're a cunt. I'm just taking a leaf out, just so you know. I'm taking a leaf out of Ben Pina's book. He calls everyone cunts. You're all arseholes. You're all full of shit. The thing is, right, I'm going to tell you, I'm full of shit as well, right? And I'm an arsehole and I'm a cunt. But I'm going to tell you the same. You're a cunt as well, if you think that, right? And in some ways, I hope you just go away and leave my channel and don't come back. But on the other hand, I hope you fucking man up and like be like a real man and fucking stick with it and do the work, you know? I'm not like prejudiced. I think you're all arseholes. And I include myself. I'm an arsehole. And you're all arseholes. Dan Pena is about the only person I've come across who's not a total arsehole. That's why I really recommend his videos, because he knows what he's talking about. He's right. You know, he's difficult. He grates you. He rubs you up the wrong way, but his methods do seem to work. And people pay £20,000 to go on his 8-day course in Scotland. You know, they pay £20,000, and there's a huge waiting list. You know, people are desperate to give him £20,000 and go on his course, and he gives you a really hard time. One of the things they do on the course is boxing. You know, he has, I think he has about like 8 or 12 people at a time, and he does about 12 courses a year. He sees about 100 people a year. He does these. I think he does 8 courses a year and 12 people, or it's 12 courses a year and 8 people. I think it's 8 courses a year and 12 people. So he basically does 96 people a year, you know, 100 people a year basically, and that's as much as he can handle. And he calls it turning meatheads into fucking you know, real people, you know, people that have got like some fucking real spunk, you know. You need to build your spunk up. That's what you need to do. I mean, these things are like cheats. They're herbs that can do the job for you, but you can do it yourself just by lifting some proper weights, you know, pushing yourself through the boundaries. There's things you can eat, Blazing Big Joints, like bone stocks. Get some really good pasture-raised bones, beef bone stock, and that will really help you build muscles. And building muscles helps bone density. There's loads of things you can do. Jumping off something that's a meter high. If you jump off it onto the ground, that will give you extra bone density. It creates osteoblasts. How did you intimidate them, Mind Raper? How could you seem like a really nice, gentle guy to me? You're a gentleman. I don't understand. Were they intimidated by that you've got like lots of muscles, or was you horrible to them? I can't imagine you've been horrible to people. You're always respectful on my channel. You know, tell us the story. You know, I'd love to see you make some videos like when you're actually talking, you know, even if you have to disguise your face, you know. It'd be nice to hear you speaking and talking about some of this stuff, you know. That's what doing the work's about. It's making a fool of yourself on camera, you know, so that everyone can see. You know, if you're not prepared to do that, I don't really see how you can become a proper, like, devotee of Rank Emperor, you know. Which is, to me, is just like being a real Christian, but the sort of Christian who fed themselves to the lions. But I'm not saying you should feed yourself to the lions. If you're a proper Christian, the lions won't eat you, because they will see that you're a fucking hard ass, and they will bow down and they will sit down, even if they're really hungry. They will like they know they're going to only get shit off you, you know. I'd like to believe, and this is one of the reasons I'm doing weights now, I want to become the person who's not afraid of lions. You know, if I saw a lion, I'd just go up to it and just sort of like say hi. You know, Gatanga, Nimasimba, Hungawa. Like Tarzan, you know. You must have watched. I mean, I grew up watching Tarzan. He was practically my only role model. My parents were just totally shit. I had hippies all the time round the house. My only role models were fucking stupid, dumb hippies who didn't even understand what Star Trek was really all about, you know. So, you know, the only real role models I had was like Captain Kirk, Dr. Spock, Mr. Spock rather, and Tarzan and the Incredible Hulk. They're my role models. I only had 4 role models, and Wonder Woman, 5, if you include Wonder Woman as well, but I don't like to count her because she's a woman. But basically, I only had 4 or 5 role models, and they were all from the TV. Okay, I'm going to make another video. I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to make another video so you know who was your role models. I'm going to talk about role models. So I'm stopping this video now. Thanks for watching. But I am going to make another video very soon, in probably about 5 minutes. So you can always join on that one. Thanks for watching, guys, and commenting. Love your comments. Thanks, Blazing Big Joints and Mine Ray Park. Okay, see you soon. Have a great day.